Hello everybody, Lindsay here, your local friendly production manager at Blended Sense, stepping in the shoes of a videographer today to give you some quick tips on how to best use your gimbal. Your gimbal, the most important thing is that it is properly balanced. First things first, you want everything that is going to be on your camera and the way that you want it set up for your gimbal so the weight is distributed accurately. So I like to use a fixed lens so I'm not changing the focal depth and then the distribution of where the lens sits. I have this guy out already, my microphone attached here. You can add a really light light, a little light, if you need to, but keeping this as light as possible so the gimbal doesn't have to do loads of work is pretty key. Now, getting this guy set up, you want to be able to bring your monitor out so you can use that as necessary, and then make sure you've got a full battery in there, SD card already in there, because once we screw this on, it doesn't have to stay on, but you have to reset it, which is never super fun. So get that screwed in, and then just these natural settings. You'll see it's wonky right now. I like to set it horizontally first, not touching it. She's staying balanced, she's staying pretty level. And then we'll do the camera weight next. Every gimbal is different, but it is kind of the same process. So just trying to, once you set your hands off of it, it stays like a little seesaw. Bada bing, bada boom, it is all level. Let's talk about the walk, shall we? Turn this guy on, activates, nailed it. All right guys, we have got my gimbal on. The balance is set properly so the batteries aren't doing much work. There are a few different modes on mine. Everybody's modes are different, so get to know yours before you step on set. You don't want to be learning how to use a gimbal as you are working with a client. So take some time to practice these movements, the balance, everything like that before you step on set so you can walk on assured of yourself and ready to rumble. So let's talk a little bit about movement. Now, gimbals are pretty impressive with keeping things steady, but the steadier you are, the steadier your shot will be. So whenever you're walking with a gimbal, you don't want to walk with it. You know, you don't want to just like boop, boop, boop like that, because then you can see it in the video. It'll be bouncy. I'm actually recording on this camera right now. Say hey, Meta. So you'll be able to see what it looks like when I'm just walking with it. Rather, you want to keep two steady hands on the gimbal if you can at all times. And then when you're moving, you're gliding with your feet and staying steady. So we want to steady our upper half, just move the lower half. Keeping knees bent, really helpful. There's probably some B-roll of me moving around somewhere. So keeping it all in the lower legs and keeping your top steady. As you get more comfortable, take a hand off the wheel, take a hand off the gimbal and go one-handed. But these are just some easy little tips and tricks to make your gimbal footage way better. This has been Lindsay Castle, your local friendly production manager, teaching you how to use a gimbal the blended way.